Hey, this is me building and strategizing a $2 million a year business in public. Last month I made $139,000. Next month I want to make 167. And the way that this works is I start off by giving you some Q&A. Then we do some growth stats and I wrap it up with some live strategy. Q&A is obviously sourced from my daily updates channel. That's what you're watching right now. And then growth stats is just me going over, Instagram, YouTube growth, my shorts, and so on and so forth, just so you could see what that looks like. Okay, great. So first things first, let's scroll all the way down to the bottom. Looks like Errol. Oh, yes. Scrolling all the way down to the bottom here. Very first question was from Study Motivation 6838. They ask, Nick, question, can you walk through cold email personalization? I've been running my campaign and my reply rates are really thin, like 1 to 2% at volume 5,400 per month. And I haven't done emailing before, so I expected better results from the personalized emails. Can you quickly share how you'd go about personalizing and writing the copy to get more than a 2% reply rate? Target audience, marketing agencies, lead source, sales navigator. Yeah, for sure. First of all, 2% reply rates aren't bad. Okay. So let me just scroll all the way down here. Let's just take stock of the facts first and foremost. Now, somebody that's run campaigns that have achieved higher than 20% reply rates, I know for a fact that, let's say you have a 2% reply rate. Let's say you're also going after marketing campaigns. Then, marketing companies. And then what was the other thing that you mentioned back there? You're sourcing them through sales nav, right? So, I'm happy to help with that. But I want you to know that just personalizing emails now is not enough. It's not enough just personalize the first line of an email, because everybody's now personalizing the first line of an email, right? I want you to think about this stuff as strategy. Foundational strategy is much, much more important than the day-to-day tactics that you use to, acquire leads or make money. The reason why is because tactics are a constantly shifting goalpost. Let's say you're here and you're in this hypothetical barrel. Basically the water line is always going up over time, right? And so if you want to stay afloat, it's not enough just to stay where you are. You need to actually learn how to swim and get yourself out, right? So in our case, what do we know? Well, we know that cold email personalization was awesome over the course of the last 6 to 12 months. And it was sufficient for you to write an icebreaker variable, stick that at the front of your email, and get really good results with it. Okay. Nowadays, if you want to achieve really high quality response rates and stuff, you usually have to do more. So we're going to take the strategy of the icebreaker and we're going to apply it across the email. And I'm not going to focus as much on tactics. I'm just going to focus on the wider principles that are ultimately responsible for what I consider a good email. So typically the way that a high performing email works, or has worked over the last little bit, is you have some sort of icebreaker. In the icebreaker, it says hey, Nick. Then it'll say something and this is very important, by the way, if your reply rates are shitty, it might just be that your personalization sucks. So definitely go through every row, test out 20, and ask yourself, for all of these, if I read the email, would this turn me off before I've even clicked on it? If the answer to more than, 2 out of those 20, 10% is yes, then you're going to need to fix that. So typically the ones that I find perform the best is something like, hey, Nick, deeply respect. So if you're targeting influencers or something like that, deeply respect your work, especially paraphrased post. Okay. What do I mean by paraphrased post? I mean, you go and you get some social media information on them, something that they post on LinkedIn or Facebook, or some information that is only accessible on their website or something. Then you pass that into AI and you paraphrase it. Because you're doing this, the person is now going to be under the impression that you've gone on, you've actually gone and gone through the extra step and hassle of getting to know them and their approach. But because you also just have a couple of templated sections hey, deeply respect your work and stuff. You can take advantage of good copywriting principles. If you template out the whole icebreaker nowadays, I find it typically devolves into, hello, Peter. I love that you're combined emphasis and focus on X, Y, and Z has yielded fantastic results, and I believe strongly in the same things that you do or something. I don't know. You just tend to lose a little bit of punchiness. So typically, you have to constrain the icebreaker quite a bit. You have to provide it a template like, hey, name, deeply respect your work, especially paraphrase thing. Then you just have to have the AI generate the paraphrase thing, okay? Next up, you need some sort of like identification. So this is the first part of a good email. You need to like ID yourself. So what I usually do is, let's say I'm reaching out to marketing people. Hey, Nick, deeply respect your work, especially your last post on, I don't know, using AI in marketing or something, right? Don't just copy the title of the post, especially your last post on why 13 ways why AI is better than XYZ, because then the person will know that you just scraped them, right? The whole idea is, the strategic part here is, you want to show the person right off the bat that this is personalized outreach, or you want to at least make it seem as personalized as humanly possible right off the bat. But then the question is obviously, okay, so who the hell is this person? And why the hell are they reaching out to me? So you have to answer those questions immediately. So typically the way that I do it is I'll do something like, I work with X, or I do Y, or I'm a Z. And each of these are just like one-line things. So when I was running PR campaigns, I was getting 20% reply rates using reaching out to journalists, basically looking for spots for my clients. We're talking like Forbes and TechCrunch and so on and so forth. I would say, I work with, insert client name here. Okay. He does, insert really cool thing here. So like they, he, she, typically you want to make this as personalized as possible. So you want to like stay away from plural pronouns, like they, like the company does, right? You want it to be like, oh, this is like Sam and he asked me to reach out to you. That's the vibe you want. Does really cool thing. Okay. Alternatively, you could say, I do Y, where Y is some amazing badass thing that, is fantastic and that only you can do. So I add $15,336 per month brackets average to Sydney marketing companies between 50 to 100K with some super specific thing. So let me just erase this and actually write that. I add $15,372 per month in rev average to Sydney marketing companies. And a marketing company is a very vague term. So ideally, like the way that companies like this tend to brand themselves is like some variant of that, like a creative agency or PPC ads agencies or some specialty within this. So marketing companies is not the best term to use here. To Sydney marketing companies that, I don't know, they have some special angle or something. This is where you put the special angle. Are you scraping companies that have the term AI somewhere on their company page? Well, that's where you'd put it. Okay. This is like your little unique thing. Or you could also just be blunt and say, I'm a freelancer who builds, I don't know, X systems that do Y. Why are there so many choices here? Because human behavior is not fixed. I can't just tell you exactly what the perfect line is that'll work for your particular situation, right? So I actually just recommend testing all of these approaches against each other. Write 10 of these, write 10 of these ID lines, and then just pit them against each other. Okay. But now our email's starting to take shape, right? We have this, which is like 2 lines, and then we have another thing, which is hopefully 1 line. And what you want to do next is you need some sort of social proof. So you need some reason why the person should listen to you and actually believe what you have to say. Because like, think about it from the customer psychology point of view, right? They see an email in their inbox. What's the very first thing they're trying to determine? Is this spam or is this a real person? That's what this solves, right? It's like, oh, okay, this is a real person. They've clearly done some reading and research. Click. Now they read this and they're like, okay, what's the next question that comes to mind psychologically? Okay, so who is this person? Why is this relevant to me? You've solved that. Now, what's the next question? Okay, but how do I know this person actually knows their shit? right? So we're just proceeding logically, strategically down like what a human being looks for information wise. And when you construct information in this way, people tend to respect you a lot more because you're showing that you respect them. You respect their time. You know that you're just some random dude in an inbox. You're constructing your outreach in such a way to minimize the amount of work they have to do to get to the point where they can make a decision. So now you have some social proof. So I work with blah, blah, blah. Usually the way that social proof works best is when you say last day, week, month. Like you specify, you get super specific with when you delivered this thing. So last, I don't know, X, I did Y for a Z company. Okay. So I basically delivered the exact same thing that I'm trying to do here. Last Tuesday, I wrapped up a campaign that delivered $108,372 in revenue in just 2 months for another Sydney marketing company, very similar to yours. And then you have your offer. Okay. Because now, obviously, what's the question? It's like, oh, okay, well, this person's saying that they did this all stuff. So like now we're going to get down to brass tacks. So what do you want from me then? Right? Now it's like, I'm really confident I can do the same for you. Or better, usually is what I say. The same or better for you. It'd be, you can like fluff this up. It'd be the exact same approach. And I'd copy and paste the playbook. Usually when I write stuff like this, people like it because they're like, oh, okay, like they're just going to copy and paste what worked for that company. And I'll copy, paste the playbook. If you guys want to take this whole thing, you don't have to pause the video. This is in the link in the description, by the way. So, I'm confident I can do the same. So basically I'm saying I'm confident I can do the same or better for you. It'd be the same approach. So I'd copy and paste this playbook. Here's like the real risk reversal part. If you didn't make at least insert really cool thing here in Y time, I'd do it all for free. Although you should avoid the term free in emails. So that's why I say stuff like, if you at least X in Y time, you wouldn't pay. And I always say something like, you wouldn't pay a dime, you wouldn't pay a cent or something. Okay. Then finally, now that you've sort of slapped your cock on the table, or other parts, depending on who you are, now you basically just do like a CTA. So you ask, and the ask is like, is this worth your time? Is this worth like 15 minutes later today? And if you get really specific with times, I can do 3:30 p.m. If you get really specific with times, people are a lot more likely to say yes. Just shoot me your number. And I'll call on the dot. I don't actually usually recommend phone, but I just wanted to show you guys some formats that you could do. Thanks, Nick. Okay. This is what I consider a pretty high converting email today. But you can actually go even further, okay? We have all the parts here, the strategy, okay? And the strategy is just like, look at human psychology. What does a human being care about, okay? What do they care about? And how do we deliver the information that they care about in the right sequence so that they can, make the decision as quickly as possible? Here's like the higher level thing. You see how we personalize the icebreaker here? What you can do is you can actually use AI to personalize all of this stuff too. Okay? So hypothetically, let's say you have a bunch of case studies, and those case studies are all for different types of companies. What you can do is you could feed in this lead and then have AI tell you what sort of case study you should pull to be as relevant as possible for this person. Okay? So maybe now your social proof is actually just social proof, like a social proof variable. Okay? Instead of this, maybe your offer. Okay? Maybe you have different offers depending on what AI identified as the most likely issue that the company is struggling with based off of some social media stuff. Maybe that's a little 50-50. But I've been doing this stuff, exactly what I'm talking here, for the better part of 4 years. My business partner actually got me onto using customized case studies based off of how relevant they are to the customer. That has been very interesting. This, okay, you could use liquid syntax variables in Instantly. If you're unfamiliar with what this looks like, you can actually mathematically determine what times to pitch based off of a variable, okay? So you could create a variable called time_age, equate that to now, fill that in with a date. Then if the current time is less than 1200, then insert the term morning. If it's after 1500, insert afternoon. If it's after evening or something, if it's after both of these, then insert evening. You could adjust this logic pretty simply to offer specific days and times based off of your calendar availability or just what time it is, right? And like, sure, do you really care if this isn't perfect? Like, what happens if you double book somebody? Oh no, I have 2 meetings instead of 1. Yeah, it's not ideal, but at least you're like actually booking, right? So just get up and running, break stuff. And yeah, head down to the description and feel free to like go through this Scala draw. If I were you, I probably wouldn't like try rewriting it all. I just take a screenshot and then paste it into ChatGPT with something like transcribe this, extract all this text. It'll turn it into, for the most part, just a snippet that you can copy and paste. Leave that open here. So hopefully that makes sense. Let's move on to number 2. Hey, Nick, I stumbled upon this channel lately, and I actually never discovered your main channel until I started watching daily updates. Oh, that's awesome. So this is proof that the daily updates channel is working. I really like watching you document your progress, watching you strategize. However, I have a question. I'm not sure what it is you really talk about or teach on your main channel. And I mean this in no disrespectful way, of course. I'm not familiar with automation. It sounds like a very broad term. Are you teaching email automations, hiring automations, or how to automate things inside your business in general? Would love some clarification on this. Cheers, bro. Keep killing it. I love watching these videos. Thank you very much, Diego. Yeah. I mean, I'm talking about a bunch of stuff, honestly. You are right that like automation is a broad term, but that's because automations cover, quite the expanse. So I do all sorts. I do like front-end sales automations, marketing automations, content automations, hiring automations, repurposing automations. We're all over the place. The thing that tends to tie all of them together, Diego, is just the usage of no-code tools and then large language models like OpenAI. OpenAI's GPT-4o, for instance. So make.com, N8N, Relevance, Lindy, these are all tools that just like allow you to like drag and drop nodes, kind of like Lego blocks, and then like make something fast and easy. As we could see, we have all the text here, which you guys can do yourself and then copy and paste. But yeah, that's more or less it. And I'm glad that you like the strategy. Wagyudon says, would be cool if you did a video called The Truth About AI Agents. I was just on a podcast yesterday with my buddy Matt, and we were talking about this. I think the time is getting ripe to make a counter signal video. A counter signal video is where you know that a market is moving in a specific direction, and everybody's talking about how amazing AI agents are. And this AI agent has 8,396 components, and this one automates your whole life and also sucks your dick. It's amazing. A counter signal is where you make a video about how that's all bullshit. And I think we're getting to that point. Moise has a great point. He says, Nick, you should record a day in the lifestyle vlog. Surely lots of people would want to see that. Can I be honest with you? A day in my life is me sitting here and working, just like what I'm doing right now. Like I've always been against the POV videos because they're all like, POV, you're an entrepreneur in Bali. It's like, well, you are an entrepreneur in Bali and that's cool, but that's not really, you don't have to be an entrepreneur to do what you're doing, right? Like if you consider the actual entrepreneurial part, I think it's basically exactly what I'm talking about, which is strategy, reporting, monitoring growth, making decisions, that improve your projected ROI. And to be real, I mean, like, dude, it's this all day. But I don't know, maybe I'll do that at some point in time just to like kind of laugh at it. Day in my life. And then it'll just be like me at a slightly different angle to where I'm at now. First things first, I sit down and then work for 14 hours. Here's me eating the same thing I eat every single day. Also, if you had to start AR automation from scratch in March of 2025, which niches or industries would you focus on? Which flows or automations do you say are the best to focus on your first or second to monetize? Cheers. Yeah, great idea and great questions. I would do these. I made a video called The 3 Best AI Automation Agency Niches in 2025. As a result of that, I have this Gamma. Gamma's search is very slow when you have as much shit in there as I do. So, this is it right here. this is the deeper strategy behind me coming up with good niches. You can also copy and paste the niches now, but just know that these aren't always going to work. First being high-touch SaaS. Second being recruitment. The third being coaches and consultants. I made this like a month and a half ago, I believe, but the same is true now. And the really cool part about your follow-up question, which is like, what systems would I sell them? Well, I actually have all of these systems here. So I would actually just go through and learn how to build these systems, because these tend to be the highest ROI systems, at least the ones that I tend to sell. So candidate placement, automated hiring pipeline, personalized cold email system, automated dashboard. Then AI coach, right? RAG-based AI coach chatbot. You could do that in like an hour. Coaching management system. It's like a CRM for coaches. So I would do all of that. Check out that doc. And yeah, just Google like Nick Saraev best niche. Like Google it. It'll make me rank higher in search results. I'll beat this guy, whoever he is. He does have cool hair, but I want to be on top. Okay. Sinatra says, I know you made that long ass video about make versus NNN, but which one do you prefer going forward, Nick? Because TBH for me, I really love NNN Lux. Well, that was kind of the point of the video. The whole point of the video is that like if you're at the start line, to make a long story short, if you're at the start line of your business, you're going to want to use make. But if you know how automation works, and you've been making some money off of it, so maybe $5, $10, or $15,000 a month, and it then certainly has more ability. Like the tool itself it's more polished, has a lot of like built-in AI functionality. Like moving forward, NNN is the tool for sure. But it just depends on where you are in your journey. So don't let this decision stop you from doing daily lead generation activities for make.com, I guess, if you're already learning or if you've already learned a lot of make. Okay, Lightning Lauren, who has by far one of the most interesting photos I think I've seen. I don't know what's going on over here, but this is very cool. Are these all just like different photos of you? That's pretty neat. Okay, apparently I cannot actually visit the site, so you got to fix your SSL cert, Lauren. She says, Nick, looking at your to-do list, do you only operate off of a big list like this, or do you also time block? Yeah. No, I basically just do this. So these are all of the tasks on my list for now. As you can see, I just like dump my entire life in here. I do not have the most rigorous project management, but get vitamin C. I just bought some vitamin C for my skin. Broad, simple to use cleanser, right? Cool. So we're actually going to be doing like working off this later on in the video. I'm going to be solving and doing a bunch of these tasks. But no, I mostly just operate off a big list like this. Why? Just because it's simple. You know what I mean? Like I don't like overcomplicating this stuff. I just have a giant, like some of the highest performers on planet Earth, they tend to just have a giant piece of paper that they just go down, just check off once they're done with their tasks. Your impact investor, who's got to be one of the goats, you know, been commenting great, fantastically motivating things on my channel for a long time. So thank you for that. Says, this pipeline strategy is wild. Multiple content channels, strategic cross-promotion, systematized automation. This man is building an empire in real time. I certainly hope so. Thank you. Hey, Nick. Brendan says, just want to say thanks for answering my questions on the Daily Updates channel. I decided to join Maker School to begin my automation journey. Yeah, I saw Brendan in Maker School just the other day. So that's cool. I've been thinking about launching an automation marketing ghostwriting agency for many months, but the thing that was holding me back was sunk cost fallacy. I built up a career in digital marketing for many years and also worked on my blog up for about 2 years that consists mostly of marketing and business related topics, in addition to a newsletter where I talk about the digital economy. This is largely due to the influence of Dan Coe and Justin Welsh, both very cool and smart guys. But despite consuming their teachings, I just couldn't see a way to monetize my brand properly. I've come to realize those creators mostly sell the dream, but as you mentioned, practicing the craft is needed if you are going to teach. I don't want to speak negatively about either of these two guys because I haven't consumed any of their, very, very little of their content. I've consumed some of Dan Coe's, watched a couple of his videos, maybe like a couple of years ago, right when he was at the beginning. And I got a lot of value from it, for sure. Justin Welsh, I've seen a bunch of his posts and stuff. I don't know enough about their brands to really confidently agree with you there, to be real. But I will say that a lot of creators do sell dreams and not like actionables. So just focus on the boring, like, you know, if I made a day in my life style, like focus less on the guys that make day in the lifestyle vlogs, I guess is what I'm trying to say, as Moise was suggesting earlier. Focus more on the guys that just like sit down and do boring stuff all day. Okay, so Brennan says, my first time joining a paid community. I hope this goes well. It goes without saying, I'll put in the work and thanks for being an inspiration. No problem. Not many creators put in the same value and transparency as you do these days. I'll see you inside. I will see you at the top of the leaderboards, man. Gene says, I love seeing the behind the scenes thought process of how you work your way through your business. It's really valuable insights. I don't see anyone else doing it. A lot of your rev streams are all paths I'm planning on taking myself as I grow. Congrats on 1K subs on one of your other videos this week. Thank you. And then we have a bunch of cues here. this looks pretty long. I kind of just wanted to answer like one really quick one, Shudish. Sorry. I'm just going to see if I can get one more in. From Wealth Wizard 10, it says, "Hey Nick, what do you think about using Bolt or Lovable to create a polished front end for your automations? I've had great results with it." I think this can work. It's just a matter of like what the value of the polished front end is. I built a couple of quick front ends in Airtable for like lead delivery automations and stuff, which is cool. You basically turn a database of leads that come in real time into like a dashboard people can play around with. But I just haven't really seen too much value in it, to be honest. So what could I see this work for? Like I tend to just glue a bunch of no-code tools together. Wealth Wizard 10, like, you know, my proposal generation automation, I use a type form, right? So do I need a front end if the type form is sort of the front end? Not really. My lead generation stuff, like what is a front end doing for me that like I can't just use to deliver deliver leads via email? Very few things, right? Like, or maybe like I have a big Slack channel that just dumps updates in with new leads. Like what does the front end do for me that doesn't? I can think of a couple of specific use cases. You could build your own custom dashboards using these tools much faster than if you were to use something or try and build something from scratch yourself. But there's also like Looker Studio or Plecto, right? So yeah. Now, thank you, Marlon. Appreciate it. Okay, so that's where we are with the Q&A. I think I don't know how, but I somehow caught up to the Q&A, which is crazy. So yeah, that's fantastic. Super, super stoked about that. Thank you to everybody for your great comments. Let's do some brand stats as per usual. People that have been with me for a couple weeks, I mean, like you were with me back here, right? When I was like right over here. Well, like just, you know, looking at this in real time, I've gone up like crazy. So that's not a straight line. I've gone up like crazy, right? I mean, like that's a big gap. This is a huge gap. So it must be interesting to be on the other side of things and just see some random dude on YouTube who is documenting every part of his growth relentlessly and then it's just winning, to be honest. Like I've just been winning a lot. So the daily updates channel is slowed down in growth substantially, but we are going to be hitting 3K watch hours, which will allow me to monetize, as I mentioned, probably sometime in the next week and a half, depending on growth. Did have that big growth spike. This was 2,171 in a day, 163 watch hours, and 181 subs. I think I know why this happened, and it's not like that, like been anywhere near since, because I just mentioned it on one of my main videos, I believe. And so I probably had a bunch of people come in that otherwise just didn't know about my channel. But I anticipate it'll be a blend of that for a while. So we went up by 41 subs. My Instagram channel, which was posting shorts and other news-based pieces up until very recently, because we're now starting to post and experiment with other things, has gone up 26,527. This is actually immense growth because the last video I recorded yesterday was very late. I think it was like 5 or 6 p.m. or something. And I hit 25,729. And it's pretty early now. It's like 10:30, right? Just got off a call. And in the, how much is that? 17 hours, it's already gone up 800. So this is probably on track to be one of these days, realistically. But I don't really care about controlling for everything and trying to smooth out all those bumps. I obviously just want to zoom out and just get the wins in a way that is most convenient for me. And then my main channel's gone up 289. It's probably close to like 350 in a day. I'll have to see. But yeah, we had a big spike after that second last video. And then my N8N rag video did not perform very well. Yeah, it was like 9th or 10th on the list. So I had a lot of people ask me to make a video on rag. I don't know if it was just the combination of title. Oh, it looks like I didn't get the chapter. Ooh, you know what? I need to get my chapters in there. Chapters are very important. But yeah, I don't know if it was a byproduct of my channel screwing up with, of my post times. I don't know if it was a byproduct of maybe the thumbnail that I made. I don't know if it was something else that maybe I'm not considering, but it just did not perform as well as I was expecting it to. I thought that there'd be a ton of value in me posting this super quickly after I posted the chatbot video because people would want to see the chatbot. Like hopefully my content's fine, right? Like I hope my content didn't suck and that's why people didn't like it. I think it's pretty cool. Okay, never mind. It's not going to load. That's annoying, but whatever. Glad I caught the chapter thing. So clearly I have to fix my Ophonic chapter generation system. Maybe I can do that with you guys today. Yeah, so that's that. Let's do some work now. just to show you guys what a day in the life looks like. POV, you're an entrepreneur who spent 43% of his life staring into a glowing rectangle. But hey, I got the money, right? Isn't that all that matters? Don't don't take that to heart. Money is not all the things that matter. Okay. Got a lot of stuff here. So the first is I need to change my Excalibur. Like, what is this task essentially? Well, basically, like, when I post these daily updates, I like to post this clip. This Excalibur link. You can share it just like I did here. You just go to embed link and then copy this read-only link. The way that I do this is I use this service called Ophonic, which edits my voice and makes it a lot cleaner. And I started doing this service after somebody on my on one of my communities mentioned that they were getting a lot more done for their podcast because they had automated it using this service. I hadn't even realized I could like really just crush it with, I hadn't realized it made my voice super high quality and stuff. But basically now all I need to do in order to get this up and running is I drag and drop my video after I'm done recording it into Ophonic. And then it goes and it automatically publishes it on YouTube for me with chapter headings and everything like that, which is great. So that's fantastic. Looks like I've already changed the Excalibur link. But because it's a preset, I actually set my YouTube description here. And I like to just be able to like automatically link to the right daily update channel. The reason why I had to switch my daily update Excalibur thing is because this is just getting really, really, really long. And it looks like Excalibur does eventually get laggy. So if there's some way to avoid that and I just have the same one and use that for like years, that would be ideal. But I don't. And this is my Ophonic setup, if anybody's wondering. So I generate automatic show notes and chapters. I train the model, give it some in-context learning. I publish to this channel. I use some voice auto EQ, and then I normalize loudness and just do some dynamic noise reduction. And then I have the same thing for my main channel, just without any of the description stuff because my workflow for that's a little bit different. But anyway, that's done. Oh, hold on a second. Fix my Ophonic chapter generation system. Right. So let's actually fix the main channel one. I need to find my make.com scenario that does this. I don't know if this one's even working. Yeah, it looks like there was an issue February the 26th. What was the problem? Let's check it out. Looks like I had a problem with AI. I consumed all the credits in my account or I exceeded my monthly budget. That's very interesting. Well, this makes me think that there's something going on here that I have not really kept up with. So first of all, what account am I using? I have a bunch of OpenAI accounts, but my main one for 1 second copy should be huge. I'm going to go over here and then I'll go the limits. I must have turned off auto recharge. I'll go limits. The budget limit is 2,000, so I don't think that I've overused that. If I go to the playground or dashboard, I should say, I should be able to see usage on this tab. And what I want is I want the last month. So I'm not seeing any issues with usage, right? Like check this out, guys. Like, look at this. I used $1 and we use this all the time. It's crazy. Insane. Okay. $1. Crazy. Just so crazy to me how cheap tokens are now. Anyway, so the fact that I'm using $1 is obviously not the problem. The fact is there's something with the payment. So I gotta fix that. Let's go to billing. Maybe they changed this. That's probably it. When it goes below 5, bring the balance up to 12. Should now automatically hook up to my card, which I have over here. Did it expire? No, it didn't expire. Yeah, I don't think there's any problem there. My account might have run out of money. Yeah, I don't know about that for sure. But anyway, I am now going to select one of these runs. Just put it through. See if there's an issue with the module. Nope, there isn't. I'll just stop it there. Now I'm going to turn on the scenario again. I'm going to delete my old data. I don't really need it. What this is going to do is it's going to generate the transcript and just email me a Google Doc. Basically, it'll Slack message me a Google Doc, which has the data I can copy and paste in it. Kind of a neat system. I just write the whole summary based off a template, dump it into a Google Doc called YouTube description template, which I don't think I have available here. Let me show you. Like, I'm going to run through all this stuff with you. I might as well show you. YouTube description template. I actually just had it a moment ago, right? It's probably drive.google. No, doc.google.com. Okay, I don't know where this thing is. Right over here. This is my description template. And then I have AI fill in a summary based off the video. And then I was thinking about using some sort of RAG-based system to automatically put in the relevant affiliate links based off the platforms that I talked about, but I didn't end up doing that. I'm obviously advertising my Instagram first, and then my daily updates channel second. They haven't actually copied this over in quite a while. I've just had to use a different way. So that's cool. Fix that. No problem. Let's see here. So I can actually buy boxers for my buddy now. So maybe I'll do that, not on camera. WAP communities for short form editing. That sounds pretty interesting. I was alerted to the fact that there are like WAP, are they bounties? Basically, the way that it works is creators will post their channels here. And then like real editors will bid or they will edit the content and then post it on channels for them. And then if you generate a bunch of clips, then we pay, the creator pays you out. So TJR clips, I don't know what the hell this is. I don't know who this is. Looks pretty handsome. Cool hair, bro. TGR trades, it looks like. So you clip this guy's content. And then you post it, and then you generate a bunch of you generate a bunch of revenue based off of the views that you do. You can do the same thing with major creators like Drake, Party Next Door, right? Doesn't look like I can see examples of this, which sort of blows. I really wanted to. And this is sort of like an organic affiliate, if you think about it, because you earned 30 CPM here, 30 cent CPM. I just don't know where you hook this thing up to. But this is where you get like those channels that I mentioned earlier, where you have a bunch of, fans channels. Speaking of fans channels, do I have mine up? I wanted to show you guys how the clipping and content strategy has been. I don't know if we've had a chance to actually post it. No, it doesn't look like we have the channels up yet. I've asked the guy that I'm working with to. Some things in my inbox. Okay, very cool. If I go back to my shorts pipeline here, you can see that we have a bunch of things that are ready to publish, right? Probably have like 30 clips now or something like that. All of them are over here. This is me actually clipping my weekly office hour. Let me just turn off the audio and see how bad the quality is. It's probably pretty trash. Yeah, it actually looks pretty dope, right? I think the text on the background's pretty, it's a little rough. And I clearly don't have high quality enough face cam recordings, so I'm recording my face cam here. I think I need to increase the bitrate just slightly because that's just looking kind of trashy. That was in my old Halifax place, but whatever, that's fine. Yeah, this looks pretty good. I just want to make sure that like they're actually being published. That's not it. Yeah, I don't actually know where these are. I had one of them sent to me a while ago. Is there like Nick Saraev clips? Okay, here we go. Okay, so this is one of them. Looks good. Yeah, I mean, it looks pretty reasonable. I like the split screen stuff. Oh, nice. This is actually from the Daily Updates channel. This is a clip. Ooh, I like this. I like this little blur blend thing. That looks dope. I don't like how my head's kind of cut off. My hair's the best part. What the hell? No, I'm just kidding. Okay, so that's fine. So there's 5 of these, or 10 of these actually, across YouTube and Instagram, just constantly publishing content. The fact that like this one already got 299 or something, and it's been, I don't know, when did I publish this? Can I see the date? I'm so bad with shorts, man. I'm so bad with shorts. Okay, 20 hours ago, so this is probably public. Okay, description, here we go. Yes, that was published yesterday. And we've already gotten a combined 600 views, like 700 views is pretty good. It's pretty good. So we will keep it going. No major issues there. If I just multiply that out, I mean, I might have already had 7,000 views across this. Well worth the money that I'm spending. I'm going to continue doing it. So I did check out WAP communities for short form editing. I don't need this. I do appreciate the person that recommended that I give it a go. I think that might have been Sinatra, one of the guys that comments on my channel, but I don't really need it. Update school description with Hormozy approved approach. Okay, so my school community, Maker School, is doing well, right? We're making money and stuff, but the churn's pretty high. And we haven't actually grown in paid membership now in like a day, 2 days. And a few of my friends think that it's because of this. They think that like this performed really well initially, but now it really is like, it's kind of crappy. So I need to rewrite my school description to be quote unquote approved. One of the guys that's following me, his name's Aditya, he wrote me a good one here. Well, I mean, it's not like the best in the whole wide world, but I do see the vibe that he's going for. You give away something, you have some crazy guarantee, and then you do the whole what you get with tons of emojis and stuff like that. Bonuses. So I'm not married to this, but I could just make a couple changes, copy and paste this, and then I could just see what this conversion rate is over the course of the next like 14 days. And if it's higher than what I had before, then I'll just do that moving forward and then make adjustments. If you think about it, this is sort of a low-hanging fruit. The fact that I haven't been adjusting the conversion rate, it's kind of dumb of me. Yeah, it's kind of stupid of me realistically that I haven't been constantly adjusting this to improve conversions. I guess I've just been juggling so much. It's been hard for me too. But if I could get my conversion rate from a 4.35 to like a 5 or something, this problem would be solved for at least another 100 members. I mean, 4.35 to 5 is an increase of 0.65, which is over 10%. So 10% growth on 1,209 is like 1,329, right? 1,330. The churn, I've realized, I said that it was really high and it just bumped up like crazy. On another one of my videos, it's not that it's bumped up like crazy. Churn spikes at the very beginning of the month. And I think it's just due to the way they calculate the churns. And because I launched, I think it's because of the way that people calculate churns and the fact that like there are more people that buy stuff at the end and at the beginning of a month because it's sort of like a new motivational thing that they're doing. So their subscriptions that bounce or are declined or cancellations overtly, bump my churn up. That's my idea anyway. If I'm completely wrong or mistaken here, then let me know. So why don't I do this? I can tell just internally I have some fear about doing this, and there's no reason for me to have fear on this. So I'm just going to copy this, paste I don't like that. Paste this. I'll say Maker School description, March 3rd, 2025. I'm going to create a Google Sheet under Nick at leftclick.ai. We'll call this Maker School Description CRO. Maybe we'll call this Maker School CRO. Can I just paste this thing directly in? Can I say copy and then I just paste? No, it ruins the formatting. So why don't I go about page? Then what I'm going to do is I'll call this test. Call this date. Call this old asset, new asset. I'm going to link the old asset here. It'll be as a Google Doc, and I will just standardize it to be a Google Doc right here. And then my new asset is going to be the thing that I am testing it against, and I will link my new asset Is that green? This better be green. I like green. My new asset's going to be over here. It's going to be the new thing that I am testing this against. So I'm going to duplicate this now. Let's call this description A, and then over here we'll just do description B. B is obviously hold on, wait, this is B. No, this is A, right? This is going to be B, perfect. I don't like, you know what, I can't actually, man, I can't do this because I'm sharing this on the internet and people are going to jump in here and draw dicks on the page, obviously. So let me just move this over to viewer so you guys could view this if you wanted to, but you guys are not allowed to go draw dicks on the page. I've had a lot of people book meetings with me using my calendar link, for instance, which I don't like. Okay, that's A, and that's B. If I want to access this and like edit it, I'll just go here. Okay. And this is now going to be my new asset. I like, wrapping all of this stuff. The date is going to be today. So March 3rd, 2025. Cool format. The type is going to be the about page. The test is going to be a description, basically, that describes what the test that I'm doing is. So what is the test that I'm currently doing? Testing my evergreen maker school description against a Hormozy approved one. That looks good. We obviously need some results. Old metric. Metric. Old. Old number, old statistic, new statistic. Sure, whatever. I'm not going to get caught up in making this sound perfect or whatever. Because we don't have an inherent way of doing this, the thing that I'm curious about, you know what? This probably has, this is probably going to change multiple things. It's not just going to change this. So metric 1, maybe, old statistic 1, new statistic 1. And we'll just duplicate this if I want to test multiple things. I know this isn't the cleanest way to do things, guys, and there are better ways to do this sort of conversion rate testing, but I am just looking to get up and running as quickly as possible. So what's the first thing I'm curious about? Conversion rate. My old statistic for conversion rate is 4.35. 0.0435. This is going to be a percentage, so I could format it as a percentage, couldn't I? The new statistic here, let's just go 0% for now. Nope. 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 Okay, cool. And then this metric here is going to be churn. And again, like there is the chance that, oh man, how do I get this goddamn formatting over there? 0.2135. The hell's going on? All right, whatever. And then I'm going to leave the new statistic here. This is going to format as a percentage. Cool. Awesome. And this is going to be start date. Should probably add an end date over here on the right now. And then I can run this test for a little period of time. You can see how things go. So I will, and I'll keep you guys posted. Excuse me. Keep you guys posted. Ideally, the end date would be March the 10th. So I'm going to create a calendar reminder for March the 10th. On March the 10th, in the morning, I'm going to say stop maker school A/B test. And then on March the 10th, I'm going to do a new test. Nope. It's 3 here. There we go. And then I will just be able to consistently iterate. And let me just double check. Will I have everything that I need? So I have the type here, which I can eventually convert into some standardized things. Start date. These are date time formatted. Yes. my old asset, which should be sufficient, my new asset, which should be sufficient. I can always go back and make changes just if I want to. Conversion rate is the metric of interest. Old statistic, I'll update this to the new statistic. Old statistic, new statistic. I'm not going to have day-by-day analysis. I guess I could create a scraper to do that. That seems like way too much work. I'm at least just going to test this once or twice. Okay. So that's A. Let's do B now. Let's see what this dude wrote me again. I think he's right in that the straightest line path to getting your first automation customer as quickly and affordably as possible. I could probably just replace it with Maker School is the fastest, most affordable way to land your first automation client guaranteed. I could front load the guarantee. Okay, let's do that. Let's front load the guarantee. This is the stuff that kind of kills me because this is all just like total bullshit. What you get, $20,000. It's like, dude, you don't know that, you know? Like, obviously, it's worth a lot of money. I offer a ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous amount of value compared to everybody else that is doing this. But to say that it's worth, and then bonuses, and then this, and then that, really? Maker School is the fastest, most affordable way to land your first automation client guaranteed. Can I like bold this or something? I don't know if you could do that. We'll get you your first paying client in 90 days or your money back. I think I'll use I'll language. I'll get you your first paying client in 90 days or your money back. Yeah, I think will's probably better. I guess that's the whole thing, right? And then we just jump into what you get. We're $20,000. So 218 step-by-step videos and guides with this little emoji thing. Oh man, I hate how when you paste something in Google Docs, it just like cuts it like this. I'm just going to zoom in. 218 exclusive videos and guides. What, give you a day-by-day roadmap to get roadmap to your first client. Yeah, the guy's right. You know, the first time he sent me this, I thought he was not a very good copywriter, but now that I'm reading it through, I do see how he's eliminating all of the additional complexity, and he's just like listing it as simply as humanly possible. So it's actually pretty good. I'm not gonna say it's the best copy I've ever read in my life, but it's pretty good. 218 exclusive videos and guides that give you a day. So is 218 exclusive videos or 6 months of daily videos? What would be better? 16 make.com and N8N templates for content creation, lead gen, and sales. That'll definitely be better. 3 underground lead gen methods that, you know what? Now I also have a lot more social proof than I did when I began. So I'll say 3 underground lead gen methods to help you find live videos of how to use them with real videos. Live videos of people. Dozens of people doing them. That's cool. Live coaching calls, ask me anything and get direct feedback. Ask me anything and get direct feedback. My exact agency scaling system, i.e. the assets, sales scripts, the proposals, sales scripts, SOPs, and assets I used to hit 72K a month. That's cool. What else we got? Bonuses, right? Bonuses. That's cool. I don't like the 7-day money back guarantee. I'm not going to do that. It's so much a pain in the ass to do that on school. I have to like manually go through and refund everybody. No, I'm gonna take an L there. That's okay. I'll worry about everything else. I don't like having a colon right by a plus sign. I just think it looks stupid. Okay, so bonuses. Personalized growth roadmap. Tailored steps based on your goals. What does that mean? Oh, I guess he's just like coming up with stuff, pulling it out of his ass. Personalized growth. Personalized roasts by, okay, bonuses. Personalized roasts. I record custom Loom videos to tailor your progress based on your goals. This is true. Custom Loom videos to tailor your progress. Private, just for you, to tailor your progress. Private community access. Let's use N dashes instead. I record. Private community access. What does that mean? That doesn't really mean anything, man. Community, 1,000 plus automation agencies, automation entrepreneurs to network with. Build relationships, meet people in real life, and grow your network. Agency hot seat. Was it once every 2 weeks? You get the chance to get on a live video call with our coaches and promote once every, I think it's once every 2 weeks, right? I just got to check this. Is it like the agency hot seat? Is that what we called it? What did we call it? I think it was hot seat. Agency seat, hot seat, right? We had a space. So how are we doing this? Is it once every 2 weeks? I've sort of forgotten. Gonna check my calendar here. Well, we don't have this. Right, I haven't added this to my calendar. So we need to add this to the calendar, obviously. I'm gonna do that. Add hot seats to calendar. But we have to, let's say live agency hot seats, and let's make that. Nick records custom Loom videos just for you to tailor your progress. Live agency hot seats. Once every 2 weeks, you get the chance to get on a live video call. Get on a video call and get live coaching in front of the community. 1,000 plus automation entrepreneurs network. Build relationships, meet people in real life, and grow your network. We have members from all over the world. I like the idea of adding a period at the end of all these. I don't know why. Okay. Price increases every 10 members. That has changed because, so instead, what I'm going to do, so I'll go here to where it says members. We're at 1255 now, and then I'm just going to change this. Say price increases at 1,300 members. First customer guaranteed by day 90, or you get a full refund. Increases at 1,300 members. Join now and land your first client 90 days, or you get a full refund. And then I go into detail on what the requirements are of this refund. So if you want to get it, you need to, I just want to make sure I've like, no. Ooh, where's the gamma? Uh-oh. Did I not link the gamma? Okay, I got to link the gamma. The reason why I need to figure out where, or what the exact requirements are for this refund, aka refund policy, is because if I don't, then I'll have people join and then they'll just say, oh, like you never posted your refund policy. Hmm. Okay, so I don't actually really mention what the refund policy is. I guess I could do a money back guarantee. Strongly in this. Keep in mind too that the likelihood of somebody achieving nothing after 90 days after doing the work is so abysmally low. It's like 1%. Like I use this as a conversion mechanism tool. I multiply my top of funnel or I multiply my conversion rate on the front end by like 10 and my cost is 1% of my margin. That's totally worth it, right? I make 10x that money. The obvious issue is I don't outline what the exact requirements are for the guarantee so that if you pay, you get in, and then you read the guarantee, and then you're like, oh, like that's not actually what I thought. I thought I just get it money, no questions asked, right? But it's like, oh, I actually have to do the work. I don't want to muck up the description any more than it already is. So I should fix this, and I will. Click below to start today. Are people joining this shit on their phones? Is that how that works? Oh, it's so long. No, are you serious? Oh, it's so long. How am I going to do that? Oh, man. Oh, I need to cut this thing way the hell down. Okay, well, I'm glad I pasted it in here. Maker School is the fastest, most affordable way to land your first automation client guaranteed. We'll get you your first paying client in 90 days or your money back, which you get worth $20,000. I really don't like the way that this looks, man. So how the hell am I going to get rid of 340 characters is the question. How the hell am I going to get rid of that? 218 exclusive videos and guides. I see why he used this. Okay. 16 make and N8N templates for content, lead gen, and sales. Need to use ampersands, but I can't. 3 underground lead gen methods. Methods to find and close high-ticket clients fast, plus live videos of dozens of people doing them. Live coaching calls. Ask me anything and get direct feedback. This I feel is just such a big value prop. Like, I think it's worth the 46 characters. My exact agency scaling systems, the proposals, scripts, SOPs, and assets I use to hit 72K a month. Bonuses worth 10,000. Nick records personalized looms, personalized roasts. Nick roasts you. He'll record custom loom videos just for you to tailor your progress. Live agency hot seats. Every 2 weeks, you get a chance. You get the chance to get live coaching on video. 1,000 plus automation entrepreneurs. They're automators. Is that how you say automator? Build relationships, meet people, IRL, and grow your network. Price, okay, could I just say 1K plus other automators? 1,200 other automators. Price increases at 1.3K members. Join now and land your first client in 90 days. Join now and land client number 1 in 90 days. Or get a full refund. Oof, that hit hard. Okay, that was my first pass. I could get rid of this. Ooh, that gets me really close. I'm probably gonna have to get rid of this. Yeah, probably gonna have to get rid of this. Okay. So now I can add this link to my makemoneywithmake.com page, which is it's very important. People will click it, they'll go to this page. This is higher level, should be abundantly clear. Plus it costs $1,382 a year. 218 exclusive videos and guides, a literally day-by-day roadmap to your first client. 216 make and edit templates for content creation. 3 underground lead gen methods to find and close high-ticket clients fast, plus live vids where live coaching calls, ask Nick anything and get direct feedback. My agency scaling kit, the proposals, SOPs, and assets I used at to hit 72K a month. Good. 2 more characters shaved off there. This is looking pretty good. I'm just not even gonna, is there anything else that's a month in here? No. We're getting close. We're getting close. What you get, bonuses. Nick roasts from Nick. He'll record custom looms just for you to help you grow. Nice. Live agency outseats. Every 2 weeks, you get the chance for live. You get the chance for live coaching, video coaching. Nice, I did it. That doesn't make sense though. 1,250 other automators. Build relationships, meet people IRL, and grow your network. We have members from all over. And then could I just put like an earth emoji? People and grow your network with members from all over. People are growing network with members from all over planet Earth. Price increase of 133 members. Join now and land client number 1 90 days or get a full refund. Okay, so chance to be coached live on video. Okay. Cool, man. This looks great. So what did I do here? Effectively, I cut the fluff. It's way shorter. It's way punchier. I don't really like all the headings, but what are you going to do? I'm going to go here to school description B. I'm going to paste in the new one that I just did. And I'm going to knock this off of my to-do list. Wonderful. All right. So what did I really do there, if I'm being real? I eliminated a lot of the unnecessary verbiage in the description that I wrote. The guy, Aditya, who sent me the new description, who kind of like alerted me to the fact that I should probably be doing this, along with one of my friends who's been bothering me about it for a while, made it a lot easier to get up and running. And then obviously you just need the courage to interrupt something that is working very well, which I have. So that's what I'm doing here. And then I have a CRO page where I'm just going to be monitoring that over the course of the next 7 days. My old churn was 4.35%. So every day I'm just going to go in and check my old conversion rate is 4.35%. Every day I'm just going to go in and check, see whether it's changed. for the better. And I'm not going to worry like if it drops below 4.35%. Like if over the course of the next 2 days it becomes 2, then I'll know that I fucked something up. But the good news is I can just go right back to old asset, and then I can just copy and paste this whole thing right back into my description, right? So it's not the end of the world. And yeah, I'm just kind of like working with the limitations of school. I'm going to open up my bookmark bar. I'm just going to bookmark this page. I'll call it Maker School CRO, and the variety of other things that I could do to improve CRO as well. And I wanted to do something like this for a while, so it's good timing. But like for instance, I can run tests to minimize churn based off of the introduction of like some new sort of post or something, right? So we'll see how all that stuff goes. But I'm pretty hopeful. Awesome. So, I mean, I could continue. I have a bunch of like minor administrative tasks I got to do. So I think I'm just going to call it there. Thank you very much for being a part of this. I really appreciate you watching me work through these problems live. The decision that I just made might yield me, an additional $10,000 over the course of the next 45 days, or it might make me nothing, or it might make me lose a little bit of money. But the benefit to being able to do this live in front of you guys is so you guys could see exactly what's just going through my head as I go through that process. You guys are going to be a big solid. If you liked that description that I just painstakingly wrote for Maker School, why don't you head on over there and join? Otherwise, check out makemoneywithmake.com if you guys want to scale your agencies further. Subscribe to that fun YouTube stuff. And I'm going to catch y'all tomorrow. Thanks so much. Bye.